All right, West Virginia fans, another day closer to the start of fall camp. Each day we've been putting out positional previews. Today it's time for the tight end room. Before we get started, again, if you are a fan of the West Virginia Mountaineers, please remember to like and subscribe to Jersey Ear. We've been getting a lot of momentum this summer, and it's been really awesome to have an audience and people following the show. So, again, if you are a Mountaineer fan, definitely subscribe to the show. With that being said, let's get right into the tight end room. So, to start off the tight end room, I want to start off with Northern Illinois transfer Grayson Barnes. This guy put up a lot of production the last 2 years at Northern Illinois. In 2023, he caught 23 balls for 422 yards and 5 touchdowns, a nice 18.3 yards per catch. And you can see from his long touchdowns there, had a 58-yard catch in that season. And then he followed it up in 2024 with 31 balls caught for 338 yards and 4 touchdowns. Again, a 60-yard touchdown was the longest one that he had. So this guy has 9 career touchdowns in his career, which is awesome. He has a way to find the end zone, which you like to see. He's listed at 6'4", 222, so it's a good-sized tight end. He was the number 4 overall tight end in the transfer portal with a 3-star grading, so that will definitely do. He's by far, as far as a receiver, the most talented tight end that's coming into West Virginia this year. You know, if we look at guys that we've replaced over the last few years, like Cole Taylor, he's looking at that 40 ball to 35 ball range. So he's right there in that ballpark. So super excited to watch Grayson Barnes play for the Mountaineers this season. I think he was an underrated get out of the transfer portal. Let's pull up his tape real quick. So you can see here he has this one-handed catch. This was back in the bowl game. Let's just start this over here. So again, he can come up here. One-handed catch makes the big playability there to find the end zone. So that was one of his 9 touchdowns there, was the one-handed grab. And then here he comes out of the backfield, gets the ball, and then he's off to the races. He's going to score a touchdown there. So again, another one of these guys that can hit the home run. And then just a quick clip here of him finding the end zone again. So really nice player out of Northern Illinois. Excited to watch Grayson Barnes in this room. And let's compare him to kind of Cole Taylor. Now, he's not as big as Cole Taylor because Cole Taylor was 6'7", right? But if you look at a production value, he's kind of in that ballpark, right? Cole Taylor caught 78 balls for 892 yards and 7 touchdowns in his career, where if you look at Grayson Barnes, it was 23 touchdowns, 422 yards, 31 catches for 338 yards, 760 yards total, and 9 touchdowns. So, again, he's going to be more of a receiving threat than I think a blocking threat, but he's someone you definitely have to keep an eye on the West Virginia Mountaineers. So, again, Grayson Barnes, nice player to start off this list with. Let's look at the next guy, another one of those Jacksonville State transfers, Jacob Barrick, the 77th overall tight end in the transfer portal class, according to 24/7 Sports, a 3-star rating. Not much as a receiving threat as Grayson Barnes, only 6 catches for 70 yards last season, but look for him to kind of do all things where he can block and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Listed at 6'3", 231. So that's Jacob Barrick. I think he's definitely going to see the field. I think you can definitely assume that both Barrick and Barnes are going to find the field for the Mountaineers this season, so I would definitely look out for them. This next one is an interesting one. It's Greg Genross. He came over last year. He was on the West Virginia Mountaineer football team last season, but did not play in any games. He had a nice offer list coming out of Dodge City Community College. You can see it there. West Virginia, SEC, Mississippi State, another SEC team in Arkansas, and then 2 Big 12 teams, Colorado and Houston. So a nice offer list for him coming out of junior college. He was the number 1 JUCO prospect according to 24/7 Sports with a 3-star rating, 87th overall, 87 overall rating, and number 1 tight end. He's 6'6", 235. So again, Cole Taylor was 6'7". So this guy has a big physical presence at 6'6". But for some reason last year just could not find a way on the field. So he's definitely a wild card in my opinion. If he could have a good camp, can he find more playing time this year? That's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I'm going to be listening to see what the coaches say about this guy and if he can find his way on the field. I think this is his last year of eligibility, so it's now or never for this kid, but you can't teach size. You can't teach 6'6". So he's an interesting one to look out for in fall camp, Greg Genross. And then next we have a New Jersey native, Ryan Ward out of Rutherford, New Jersey. played last season at North Carolina. He redshirted, so he's only a redshirt freshman, so he still has 4 years of eligibility after this. He made 4 appearances last year against Charlotte, James Madison, Duke, and Pitt. He's listed at 6'4", 243. He was the 7th overall prospect in the transfer portal rating for tight ends this past offseason, probably not due to the production he had so far on the field, but the fact that he's only a redshirt freshman. So you still have 4 years of eligibility with this guy. So that's nice to have. So even if he doesn't see the field this year, it might be something that you can work towards and build towards the future, because there are so many seniors on this team. Had a nice offer list out of high school. So the offers that you see here, again, are according to 24/7 Sports, and that was out of high school: North Carolina, Alabama, Boston College, Brown, and Duke. Anytime you get an offer from Alabama, you're obviously pretty legit. So they obviously saw something in this kid that warranted him getting that offer. So excited to have him on the team again, especially because he's from New Jersey. But him only being a redshirt freshman might hurt him a little bit. I think I like his intangibles, I like his size and things like that. But being a redshirt freshman is just really tough at the tight end position. So I'm going to be intrigued to see what he does at fall camp. But he's definitely someone you have to keep your eye on. And then the last group of guys actually went to the same high school. So they went to University High School right in Morgantown. That's Noah Brham and Colin McBee. Let's start with Noah Brham. Saw action last year against UCF and at Texas Tech, and he played 10 plays in that Texas Tech game. I think a lot of guys played in that Texas Tech game because it was so out of hand so early, and that ultimately led to Neil Brown not being the coach anymore. 3-star player out of high school, was the 76th overall tight end, and the second player out of West Virginia, listed at 6'2", 225, so not as big as some of the other guys on the field. And then the other one is Colin McBee, who played a little fullback last year, so you know he's definitely going to be in a blocking role. He appeared in just 3 games last year and was the scout team offensive champion against Cincinnati, according to the school's website. Again, a little more short and stout at 6'2", 235, not as big as the other guys, but again, some local products. I know West Virginia Mountaineer fans love to see the West Virginia kids get a shot. So these guys are definitely in the room as well. But there you have it. Not a long video because there's only about 6 guys to highlight. Thank you for watching. Again, if you're a Mountaineer fan, like and subscribe to Jersey Ear. We'll be putting out the defensive preview starting tomorrow. Let's go Mountaineers.